Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Zoom call about wealth whispering. So this is a really exciting energy. It's a really exciting program, and it's something that I'm really quite honored to share with you and share with the world as to what this is and what it can contribute to you all. So a little bit of backstory is about 3 months ago, in a set of private healings and channeling sessions I was receiving for myself, Lakshmi, the goddess, started coming through in these healings and in these channelings. And I don't know a lot about Lakshmi. I've never kind of learnt about her or knew a lot about her. I knew who she was, but that was about it. And to say I was surprised at what was going on was a little bit of an understatement. So after working with me for a couple of sessions, what came through was the fact that she wanted me to put this program out into the world. And she gave me everything. She gave us everything. When I say us, I'm talking about me, my sessions, and the healer I was working with that was doing the channeling sessions with me. And so she gave me the name of the program, which was Wealth Whispering. And she gave me the format. And she told me what I had to do in order to receive this information, these upgrades, these activations for myself in my own life, first of all, before I could do anything else with this information. And she basically said all this stuff that I quite frankly didn't believe at the time, okay? So I started doing what she said, and I started receiving these activations for myself in the way that she told me. And my whole life changed. I changed, my energy changed, my world expanded, my body changed, my finances changed, everything expanded, everything got easy, everything became magical. And what's funny about that is I already had a lot of those things. So this is what I wanted to speak to as well, that I didn't come from I wasn't in a space or a place where things were bad or even mediocre at the time. They were already quite good. So I wasn't even looking at wealth activation, wealth work, or what I needed to do to have more money or abundance in my life. I kind of was pretty happy with how things were, which is why when this happened, it was kind of crazy because it was like a massive, I don't want to use the word explosion because that's got a negative connotation to it, but the expansion was undeniable. And so then I did the next thing, which I was told to do, which was to take this program and put it out into the world. And with that program, I was like, well, I don't know if anyone in my field are interested in this. I don't know if my clients are going to go for this type of niche program. I don't know. But you know what I do is, you guys know, I always follow the whispers and I always follow the information and I trust in the work, even if I have cognitive, a lack of the cognitive information. Following the whispers is all about trusting the information, the intuitive information that you receive. And when it's this specific, when it's this detailed, and when you're starting to see results this quickly, you do what you're told. So I put it out into the world, and we had our first program round, and it was unbelievable. In fact, as soon as I announced that this thing called wealth whispering exists in the world, people were already into it. They were already tapping into the energy. They were already reporting change. And in the first round of the program, the results, the testimonials, the feedback, the changes across all areas of people's lives kind of made me definitely eat my words. Okay, it made me realize that this was definitely far, far, far beyond me. This was not, I was not making this up. And this energy was real, this activation was real, this program was real. And what we were doing was only about to get bigger, better, stronger, and more. Which brings me to where we are today, which is being able to launch the full program that Lakshmi had promised, which was a 3-month or a 12-week immersion. And then the other things that I did not even know about that came through in our most recent channelings, which included a retreat, extra bonuses, and a VIP program. I'm going to talk about all of this very, very shortly, but I want to spend a little bit of time giving you guys the information and energy of what wealth whispering is. This energy, these activations, they are not cognitive. They are not, and this program is not for your logical mind. This is not for people who are looking for a business program or are looking even for necessarily practical things to do and add on in their life. If you want to do that, that's amazing. And I have some great business programs and a business mastermind about to start, and I will refer you to my business programs. This is a full mind, body, energy, life immersion and activation into wealth consciousness. The activations act as a portal, and they act in a way to bring into your field all of the information and all of the possibility that exists for you. And then internally, from within you, all of the codes, all of the frequencies, all of your ability to have, to manifest, to generate, to create, and to receive wealth, abundance, love, all of the things that you would require and desire as a physical being on earth, they are activated from within. The activations work by you lying down to receive the activations. And then we, of course, have some time when we do the activations before and after to talk about what's going on for people. I'm able to answer questions. Most of the stuff in this program, it's different to anything I've ever done before, is I channel the information I give you. So it's not my information. I'm giving it to you directly from source. The changes that people have reported, you know, when we think about wealth, and when I thought about a wealth program, even I went immediately to the material versions of wealth, which absolutely even in my own life, probably my capacity to the amount of money that I can have and generate on a weekly or monthly basis has between doubled and quadrupled. It's almost at the quadrupled stage. But the other things that started to blow people away, because this was the stuff they'd been working on for their entire lives, that they didn't expect to receive from this program, and I didn't expect to be facilitating through this program, was the self-love, the awareness, the potency, the ability to trust yourself, to receive so much more, to receive validation, to have your relationships change, to be received out in the world and by your family, and to have all of those things that you used to wonder, how was this going to change? And you've done years and years and years of work on. It was changing. It was changing daily. It was changing weekly. By the time you do one activation in this program, you know something is changing, you feel it, you perceive it, you start to see it. By the time you do, a month's worth of activations in this program, your whole life is different. By the time you finish this 12 weeks, 3 months of this program, and attend the retreat, whether it's online or in person, you're going to be like walking, talking embodiment of consciousness and wealth consciousness. That is what is happening through this program. So it's such a pleasure to be able to put this out into the world, because the energy is completely different to even how I normally do things. And one of the things I got told, because of course I said, where are these people going to come from? I don't know anyone that's looking for wealth activation. I don't know if people are going to go for this wealth whispering program. And I was literally told, look, the people are going to come to you. Actually, Lakshmi brings them. If this is for you, it's resonating. If this is for you, there's something that's drawing you to this program, to the information about it, to this call, to have found it online or in person, or to have someone suggest it to you. And if there is resonance there, and if there is a pulling towards this, then that is part of how that energy works. There has been so many miracles that I wanted to share in terms of testimonials from a very short version of this program that we've done already. But some of my favorite things have been people reporting back about the quantum leap, right? The ability to have the things that they have been trying to have, trying to work on, trying to receive, or trying to change in a very short period of time. Now, you might have heard the term quantum leap before. You might have seen a lot of people talking about it. You might have heard it in energetic fields or energetic work. I want to talk about what it truly is. This program is about really understanding and truly experiencing a lot of concepts that people like to use and terms that people like to use, but they have not necessarily experienced or do not know the true meaning of it. So to quantum leap is to go beyond linear time. It's to work in the quantum field and to see the results of something, or to see something manifest into physical form, or to experience it in a non-linear way, normally in a much quicker way, because time is folded, than what you would normally expect to experience. So that would be like doubling your income in a week or in a month. That would be like healing something that you've been working on as a chronic pain or illness for years and years or months and it changing in days or weeks. It would be like putting something out there, and normally you know that you work on it, you manifest it, you do clearings, you do journaling, you do prompts, you do tapping, you do all of the things to try and make it happen, but actually it just happens like that. And that is what we're experiencing with this program. This is what I have personally experienced with this program, which is why I'm able to so confidently speak to it as I speak to you guys today. And the quantum leap, like I said, has happened not just with physical and material wealth and abundance and business, which it has, but it's happened across all those other areas as well that I've spoken about. People wanting to experience change in their levels of certainty, in their level of knowing, in their awareness, in their relationships, in practically every and any area of their life. Because when we think about abundance, what does abundance mean to you? You're sitting here thinking about abundance. What does abundance mean to you right now?
For me, it means to live joyfully in every area.
Yeah, thank you. I love that. And that's exactly right. One of the things that became so evident through this program, because it's an abundance program, it's a wealth embodiment program, was realizing it was talking about abundance across every area of your life, and having an abundance of all things that you are actually wanting, willing to, or actually could potentially even choose. So you take potential You know, as infinite beings, we have infinite potential, right? Someone's just written about having infinite choices here. Exactly. We should have infinite choices, right? How many of you can think of an area in your life where it doesn't feel like you have infinite choices? It feels like you have quite finite choices. And in fact, sometimes not just finite choices, but no choices or very limited choices, or choices based on other people, or no good choice, okay? So that's an example of how we come quite far away from our natural state. As beings of consciousness, as beings who are spiritual beings here in a physical body, we are connected to source energy. We have unlimited potential, we have unlimited freedom, and we have unlimited choice. Part of the human experience that we came here to have, we are here in a body, we're here in families, we're here in situations where we actually forget a lot of that. And our circumstances start to dictate, our external environment starts to dictate our choices. Therefore, it dictates our habits, it dictates our lives, and it dictates the results that we can create. And part of these activations, what they actually did is they come in, they work directly with you at an energetic, molecular, and cellular level. And they reignite in you the remembering of the infinite choices you not only have, but your ability to make them happen. And energetically and scientifically, what's actually happening is when you receive an activation, when your energy changes, when your molecular structure changes, when your frequency changes, and you get up, and you then immediately after, an hour after, a day after, go out into the world, and you go out into that same situation that was limiting you. You go and face that same relationship, that same job situation, that same financial situation that you have been dealing with. Because your internal state has changed, you actually send out a different energy and frequency out into the immediate area around you. And what that creates is there needs to be a change in how the molecules in the people, the situation, the energy of whatever it was that was challenging you, into how it can interact with your energy. And therefore, we start to see a change. Oh my gosh, how come that person is different? How come that person didn't respond the way they normally do? How come that situation suddenly changed so quickly? In fact, I didn't even say anything. It was actually taken care of before I could even point it out. How come my financial stress that's normally there every month is actually totally different this month? In fact, how come there's more money and there's some left over? Now, times that by each activation. And I'm going to go into what the activations are shortly, because they're all specific and they all have a particular theme. Times that by 12, times that by all of the different areas and all of the different aspects of life, living, embodiment, relationships, accessing your spiritual or soul gifts, being able to show up as you in the world. Oh, one of the greatest changes, one of the greatest gifts from this program, the level of self-confidence, like the level of trust, confidence, and owning who you are and your capacities has been mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. That when you take that inner confidence, inner change, and you interact with the world around you from that state and from that space, then magic happens every day in your life. And the point of this being like this 3-month container is it's quite an intense container. One of the things that I channeled, one of the things that's written actually on the registration page is, this is the easiest and the hardest thing you're ever going to do. It's the easiest thing. It's the easiest program because you literally have to turn up to the activations and receive them. It's the hardest because you're actually going to be offered and given everything you have been asking for. And then you've got to decide if you really want it or not, because it's going to feel vulnerable. It's going to feel scary. It's going to feel out of your comfort zone. It's going to feel like, how can this happen so quickly? How can I actually finally have this? Am I allowed to? Am I willing to? All of these things are going to come up for you. And it's so light, it's so expansive, and you're going to wonder, perhaps, because I did, if this could actually be true, because it's so good. Isn't it too good to be true? But results speak for themselves. And the reason I have such a level of confidence as I share this program with you guys is the results, and the results that have occurred, but perhaps more importantly, and again, I haven't had this in any other program to this degree, you don't go backwards. In this program with these activations, there isn't like a backslide that happens a day, a week, a month after the program. You know, with other things, sometimes you'll have a session, you'll do a class, you'll do something that's life-changing. But when you go back out into your life, people say, oh, you know, reality comes back. I got back into my real life, and then I started to lose all of those changes that I've received. But with this program, you do not lose those changes. In fact, you keep building on them, because from that immediate change after the activation, when you go out into the world and you have a different resonance, a different frequency, and it changes how the things around you are interacting with you. That is something that you continue to build on, and you don't actually go backwards. And with each activation, you go forward, you go forward, you go forward, you go forward. And because the change is internally generated, not externally, you do not associate that change and that magic with something that's happened to you outside of you, in a class that was somewhere else, by another facilitator, by someone else that was doing something to you. This is something that you have received for you. Each of you will receive, yes, the same activation session, but each of you are being individually activated and receiving what it is that you specifically require and desire. And that is why the results have been so varied. Not that they haven't worked, but because some people have received immense change in one area and others in other areas, because those were the areas that were holding them back the most. And so they received the changes that they required the most to have the greatest amount of change, movement, and freedom in their life. And then money becomes a byproduct. Wealth becomes a byproduct. Ease becomes such a byproduct. Flow becomes something that becomes your norm, rather than something you can only have some of the time, or when you're having a good day, or when you've just had a session, or you've just done a swap, or you've just had a healing. It starts to become your primary state. So I'm going to take questions shortly. This isn't meant to be a long call. This is meant to be an opening up and inviting you to check out the program and check out the options, because there's plenty of options for how you can join. And I'm going to go through them in a minute, but I wanted to share the program with you. So I'm going to share this page with you guys here. So this is the Wealth Whispering program. And it's 12 weeks of immersion and activation into wealth consciousness and embodiment. And again, I've said here, for anyone that needs a reminder, it's not a money mindset course. I'm not going to be giving you affirmations, mantras, and clearings. This is not about clearing or changing your mind. This is about being rewired and reprogrammed internally for a completely different frequency and a completely different experience. This is not a business program, so you don't have to have a business. You don't even have to have a source of income in your life. We all naturally have a way and an ability to invite wealth, to invite abundance into all areas of our lives, and that is what this program is about. So you can have a business. If you have a business, it will increase your business and your income. But if you don't have a business, you just want to change your relationship with money, with material abundance, and with energetic abundance and the laws of the universe, this program is for you too. And it's not a cognitive experience. So you may struggle and you may be wondering, well, how does this work? What do we do? What are the, what is the breakdown of the program? And I can give you the breakdown of what the sessions are, but you're not going to get your results from actually thinking your way through this program. You're going to get results by experiencing your way through this program. Okay. So yeah, we've got a couple of bonuses, which I'll talk about in a minute. But basically, week 1, which is meant to start on the 29th of August, we're going to be doing a release activation. And this is where, again, it's not hard. You don't have to wonder, how is it going to work? We're actually going to be releasing the past, going through wound healing for ourselves, our energetic and physical minds and bodies, and forgiveness at an energetic level of anything that could hold us back over the next 12 weeks. Session 2 goes into collapsing time. This is where quantum leaping comes in. This is activation codes for your new timeline of wealth embodiment. If you were thinking in a year from now, I'd like to make this much money, in 6 months from now, 10 years from now, I'd like to be a millionaire. It doesn't have to take that long. We're going to be activating new, quick, quantum leaped timelines. Week 3 is a wealth generator. So it's about initiating you and calibrating you to that frequency of wealth. Week 4 is the money portal, which I'm really excited about. So you're literally in this portal where there's going to be money coming at you from everywhere. It's going to be you being also initiated and activated as the generator of money in your life. Week 5, we actually talk about sex and body. The activation in this week is about being alive in the physical plane. So that includes your body. It includes the energy of sex, which is the energy of creation and pleasure we're going to be working on. And then week 6, we have the Lakshmi activation, and this is live. For those of you who want to come to Dubai, you can do this with me live. If you're not in Dubai, that's fine. It's online. The only change you need to know is instead of being on a Monday, like all of our normal sessions are on a Monday, because we want to start the week with these activations. This one is going to be on a Thursday in Dubai, and you can do it live or online. And immediately following week 6's activation, we go into a 2-day immersion retreat. If you are again live in Dubai with me, we're going to be in a luxury venue. All of your meals, your accommodation, your everything is taken care of. If you are not able to join us live in Dubai, you will be receiving or you will have all the dates and the timing, so you can take that space for yourself and immerse yourself into this retreat online from wherever you are in the world. Week 9, it's about pleasure again. We're activating pleasure in all areas of your life, your body, your energy, and making life more pleasurable rather than painful. Okay, what would that create in your life? Week 10, we have an abundance accelerator. So we now accelerate your expansion into wealth consciousness. This is starting to get really fun. This is where we're talking about quantum leaping, but this is where you start to change not just your energetic resonance, but your mind starts to change, your cognitive experience. Suddenly, if you thought, okay, I'd like to make $2,000 a week, suddenly we start pushing to, okay, well, what would it be like to actually make $12,000 a week? What about 20? Is it possible to receive $20,000 a week? Or I've received this much love or this much validation in my life so far. What if I could receive that love in abundance from all areas of my life without feeling like it was conditional, without having to work for it, without feeling like I had to give of myself in order to receive? So it's accelerating and quadrupling, multiplying by factors of 10 all of the areas of abundance in your life. Week 11 is something we have not done yet at all. It's called Soul Gifts. And this is where the quantum activation is going to open you up to receive specific gifts of yourself. So I don't know what they are. They're going to be different for each and every one of us. We're going to be receiving through the channelings your own gifts, and capacities are going to be opened up. And you might get an insight into your soul's purpose. And what I mean by soul's purpose is in each lifetime, we have particular things that we have an affinity to that really light us up, that we would want to do that work or live that life. And we would give up anything else because it lights us up so much. It gives us life. It's life-giving, it's energy-giving to us to walk that path in this particular lifetime. That's what that is about. And then week 12 is the integration vortex. You're going to be integrating, activating everything you've received. Like I said, there's no going backwards in the whole program, but this particular week you're going to be, taking your final catapult forward so that you, as you finish this program, you feel absolutely confident and empowered to kind of walk into the world as this new version of you. So this program includes all 12 of those activations weekly, plus the 2-day retreat, plus the live activation. We have a private group WhatsApp for in between chat, support, voice notes, etc. You'll get replay and lifetime access to all of your calls, a quantum leap in your wealth consciousness across all areas of your life. Everything is stored in the online membership portal. So even if you forget where it is or how to access it a few years from now, you just need to, ask for a reset of your password. It's all going to be in your membership portal. And lastly, I have 5 slots available as a VIP. And what the VIP is you get, alongside the weekly sessions, you get just as many private sessions. And they are one-on-one channeled sessions and activations and healings just for you, specifically for you. And I just can't even imagine what's going to happen when you have the group program plus the VIP option going on. Now, I very genuinely mean it when I say there's only 5 spots, because I need to add those 5 extra sessions every week to my calendar and do it alongside everything else I currently do. So it's a very genuine 5 VIP spots only, because of time, because of energy, because I do not think I can hold more than that. You will be given a spot in your weekly calendar, and every week we will be doing a private channeling and healing session, activation, and you can receive private facilitation or coaching from myself in that time. You put that together with everything else you're receiving from this program. Plus, you get private WhatsApp support from me. Plus, you get a VIP dinner in Dubai if you're coming to Dubai. Okay, so that's everything you get with the VIP. There are payment plans and options for both versions of the program that are making it, super accessible for everyone, no matter where you are at. Finally, I wanted to share the graphic for the retreat. You've probably seen it by now, but it's just so phenomenal. This is the Wealth Whispering Retreat. And like I said, it's not only 2 days of immersion and activation, it's everything that's happening around it, before class, after class, at dinner, when you're in this environment, when we're all hanging out together. And a retreat, an immersion retreat, is designed to activate all senses and be an immersive experience. And we are right in the middle of planning and confirming all of the details so that you have a truly unforgettable experience in person. And if you're joining us online, I know the energy is going to be so strong and so palpable, and the change is going to be so evident to you. You will be different the day after the retreat, okay? And then you continue with the rest of the program. Now, there is an option if anyone is on this call and they want to attend the retreat only. You do not want to do 12 weeks of activations. You only want to do the 2.5-day Wealth Whispering retreat. You do have the option of doing that. It, of course, makes a lot more sense. I've made it much more of a deal for you to do the whole program and the retreat. But if you want to do retreat only, you can do that. We have 20 spots for the retreat in total. I'm very confident the retreat's going to sell out because we have people coming in for the retreat. We have people attending the full program, and then people who can choose to do only the retreat or do it as an add-on. So if you want to attend the retreat, we have a wait list for the retreat that we will send you. If you send me or Rashmi a message, we're going to send you a link to join the wait list, because as soon as the venue is confirmed, we're going to open it up and we're going to fill those 20 spots. If you're in the program and you're coming to Dubai, you will be guaranteed a spot in the Wealth Whispering retreat in the full program. Okay, so the retreat itself, just the 2.5 days plus the venue, accommodation, everything we're including, on its own, it's worth about $5,000. The early bird offering is the retreat only. We're making it available to you for $3,500. If you're doing the full program, you can choose the full program for $5,500. So here is all of the pricing. Oh my gosh, it's actually cheaper than that right now. Okay. Early bird pricing. Early bird pricing is cheaper than I thought. Okay, it's $4,500 if you want to join and pay in full now. Okay, anyone that's going to jump on this offer, 3 months with this program, the retreat, the live activation, all of the bonuses, $4,500 paid in full. That is a steal. If you want to choose one of the payment plan options, there is a 3-month payment plan and a 6-month payment plan. Okay, VIP, 5 spots only, pay in full, $8,000. Everything's included, or there's a 3-month payment plan, $2,700 a month, or $1,500 a month for 6 months. Those are your options. Run if you want VIP or retreat only, okay, to Rashmi or to the VIP waitlist. And the other thing I was going to say with this is, this is the cheapest version of the program. And when I say cheapest, I don't mean that it's cheap or to disregard the pricing. It's that I have been working with this energy, this activation, the results, and what the program is going to be this year, next year, and actually we've channeled it for the next 5 to 7 years, because there is so much here and there is so much work to do with this, and this is literally life-changing. So with each round of the program, if we can if we can rewire your entire being for wealth, embodiment, and consciousness, not just about wealth, it's about having the ability to access yourself as a spiritual conscious being walking here on earth. That means you've exited the matrix, you are quantum leaping in all areas of your life, you receive what it is that you wish to receive, you know that you can tap into this and activate these gifts from within yourself. That is priceless. That is priceless. And the 2 things I will say as I start to wrap up, and then I'm going to open up for questions, is I know nothing like this exists so far that I have come across at this price point. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If you do find something like this, because there are amazing things, and that's how I receive this information. I worked with healers, I work with channels, I do programs, and they are tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars. Okay. And so yes, the price of this program will increase in the future years. And I will only probably run, like I know we're only running this program once this year, which is now. So if this is speaking to you, if you have been led here, go check it out. And I would love to have you. It would be an absolute privilege to have you. And I will not take it lightly to be your guide and your facilitator through this journey. Okay. All right. So questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. No questions. It's all self-explanatory.
Adele, I have one little question, and it's just about the WhatsApp group. I just was curious whether it's something that will continue on after the 12 weeks, like some of the other trainings that you do, or whether that will be for that 12 weeks only.
I don't know yet. The thing with this program is nearly everything, like I said, it's not my information. So I will ask and I will be channeled information. And also that might change with time. It might be a yes now, but then it might become a no, or it might be a no now and then it might become a yes. So we'll probably leave that until the end of the 12 weeks and then we'll see what comes through.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I was just thinking, the reason I ask is just my experience so far with the energy doing the beta program with you has been so amazing. And it's just so cool to be able to, you know, communicate and connect with other people about it. And I was just thinking that I'm imagining that we'll keep having quantum leaps and these experiences beyond the 12 weeks. And it might be quite cool to be able to share them, you know?
Yeah, I'd love to keep the group open for you. Like I said, I will let you know as soon as I receive that information.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, we've done really well for time. This is exactly what I had put out. So any final questions, anything else you guys require, anything else you're curious about? If you want to go for VIP, you can message me or message Rashmi. I will do a call with you to make sure it's like you can fit it in, like it is going to be an intensive 12 weeks in your life as well as my life. Okay. Number two, the prices I have just shown you are the early bird prices. That's why it was cheaper than what I expected it to be. I forgot that we were doing an early bird price. So the full program's meant to be 5,500. With the retreat included and the VIP is 8,000. Those are both the early bird prices. So if you want to secure these current prices that are on the website, you have a week. It's the 17th today. It's the 24th next Wednesday. From the 24th onwards, we open up to the wider, like we go beyond the people that have signed up for wait lists and early birds and who were given links through friends or affiliates, and we open up. And so, like I said, retreat is first and first served, VIP is first and first served, and current prices are early bird prices. I am very happy to continue to answer your questions, but if you can pop them into either an email to me, admin@dradilaafiz.com, or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, I will get back to you. My WhatsApp is overloaded these days, okay? So, but Rashmi and we will get through them. But just let me know what you need. And Arabic translators, Arabic participants, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you can join us in this program. If you have questions, please ask Amel or Hiba, and we will make sure that we have an Arabic translator for the program if we have enough Arabic participants, okay? So I hope to see you guys soon. And yeah, take care and thank you so much for joining me. Bye, everyone.